Hi everyone, it's Judy Klein. I'm here to show you a really fun project. My friend Gail has been making these faux front envelopes that she's invented. She uses a ready-made envelope and makes this faux front where she puts tuck spots and wonderful things, and you can put things in the envelope. So, since I like to make mini journals, I decided that I needed to make mini envelopes. So, I have been making my own little tiny envelopes with I have the Stampin' Up! Envelope punch board. So I punch the envelope and start out with, I wanted to make like a 3x3 envelope. So I have made several of them. I use single-sided paper, and they make really fun, beautiful little envelopes. So I took the envelope and I have made these cute little mini Gayles, I call them. So this is my little mini Gayle. It has a little tuck spot. And I have this origami fold that I'll show you that folds out for a little journaling spot. But I love these because they're little. And I think I could probably miniaturize them even more. But I'm going to show you these today. So these are my mini Gayles. Kind of fun. I start out with cutting to fit the envelope, cutting I have cardstock that I've used. In this case, I used the Mariposa because I like to have, for the smaller envelopes, you need to have a smaller print. So I used this Mariposa DCWV matte stack. So it's cardstock. But look at all these darling little prints, especially ones with the butterflies and the bird cages. Can you see them? Oops, they're not very good in frame, but they're... So there's some nice little small prints that you can use to make the cards. So what I do is I cut the cards to fit the envelopes. So here we have a couple of envelopes that I have done the cards. And what I do is I get my handy dandy paper cutter and I slice off about 1/3 of the card. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can see that. So about 1/3. This is going to cut the butterfly partly in half, but that's okay because that goes on this envelope. And I'm going to cut this one about 1/3. So, you know, it's not an exact science. You just want to make sure that you've got one side bigger than the other. So I just say 1/3. It doesn't matter. But there's that one. Goes on this one. So that's done with that paper cutter. And then I slice, and then I glue down the smaller side. So make sure your envelope is right side up, which you'll find in my samples that I kind of goofed on a couple. But there we have the envelope right side up, and you glue down the small side. So I will do that with my, this is Aleene's Quick Dry Tacky Glue. I sometimes use the Fabri-Tac, but this works pretty well. I'm just going to lay it down here and leave it so I don't have to wait for it to run down every time. Okay, so glue that one down. And as long as I'm at it, I might as well glue down this one. Can you see this in frame? I'm maybe the world's worst photographer, so I may be the world's worst videographer too. But I wanted to share this with you because it's so much fun. Okay, so right side up, glued down. Okay, there, that's good. So you glue down the small side, and we will make a hinge fold for the outer edge. In this case, I've used this grid paper so you can see I've scored it at about half. Not exactly half, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to score both of them, or fold both of them. If you score them first, they fold a lot neater. So I've scored them, and then, whoops, this isn't sticking very well. Let me try that a little more here. Somebody's probably noticed that I'm not the world's most patient crafter. Okay, so then I want this one will be, okay, so I'm going to hinge it so that it opens this way. So you need to put the fold of the hinge on the outside like this. So I haven't cut this off to fit yet, but I will. Okay, okay, so I will glue this to this first. So I run just a little bit of glue down the side here. Be sure you put the fold on the outside and get this right up against the edge. So very edge there. Lovely. Okay, so the fold's on the outside. Okay, see that? Now we put the glue. Oops, oh, we got a little fuzz there. I don't know about everybody else's studio, but I'm a mixed media artist, so there's paper scraps and fibers and all kinds of fun stuff going on here. And sometimes they do get together. Okay. So now we want this edge to exactly match so that it just meets right up with where I cut it. How's that? So there's that one ready to go. I think I'll glue the other one too while I'm at it. So I will hinge this outside edge. So make sure it's right on the edge. And then I'll trim it. And then this outer edge goes here. So I'll put some glue. I hope I'm keeping this in frame. I am not. Okay. Then we match up the butterfly. Match up the edge. Okay, so then we have a hinge. Isn't that cool? Okay, then we want to put, what I usually do then is distress the inside. So, I kind of chose this Stampin' Up! Really Rust. I bought it at a garage sale. And it seems to work well with this color scheme. So I'm going to get a piece of white paper here so I don't ruin my little quilty quilt that I am using for a background here. So it's just, I like it distressed a little bit. Kind of ties in the colors. Okay, so there we have that. Now what I do is I use I don't have the wonderful Stampin' Up! Tab cutter, so what I've been doing is using circles that I've cut out, and I just have a whole box of 1-inch circles that I've cut out. Kind of like this. And in this case, I usually would center it, but in this case, I don't want to ruin that butterfly. So I think I'm going to put this up here just to hold it. So what I do is I bend it in half and I glue it all the way. And you want it to overlap. Whoops, I guess I better wait for it to dry. Okay, what am I going to use on this one? In this one, I kind of like maybe having that. Okay, so I decided I won't center this one, but I want it to. So what I do is I put glue on this side, just down one small section of, and then I glue it, and I don't want to center it because I don't want to ruin the bird. So I'm going to put it, oops, wrong one. Oops, whoops, whoops. Down this one, so. Okay. So this is the one to go on this side. And I'm going to put it here because I don't want to center it, because I don't want to ruin the bird, but I like that color there. So I'm just going to go with that. I find if I turn it over and press it, whoops, I did it wrong. But you know what? With what we do, there's nothing's ever cast in stone. So let's try to do it the right way this time. You know, what we want is we want this to go this way. Okay. Sorry about that. Goof with me. This is not called Craft with Me. It's called Goof with Me because it's how to undo your goofs, I guess. So there we are. Now, these have to dry a little bit before I can show you the magic trick that my friend Gayle Agostinelli figured out. There, look at that. It tucks right under. Isn't that fun? So there they are, tucked right under. Okay, so another thing that I figured out from a couple of little books that I got for my birthday the other day is making an origami square to go inside. So I started out with a 3x3 inch square. And what I'm going to I'm first going to distress it because it's easier to do before you fold it. Okay. So what we do is we make sure I'm in frame here. So we fold it in half, and then we unfold and fold it in half again. So you have little 1.5 inch squares. Then you fold it on the diagonal one time. And then I fold it back again. And when you fold it back, these little diagonal folds go inside. And you end up with this square. Now what I like to do is put it on this outside edge with, okay, if I put it down right, I like it to fold out like this, and there's a tuck spot for journaling. Isn't that fun? Little secret place. So what I do is I glue 1, 2, 3 places on the back, leaving this top free. If you keep it over here, when you fold this up, you don't wrinkle the, so I've done that. And it makes a cute little tuck spot. So I can tuck. Okay, so just make some little, let's just pretend this is a tuck. So it fits down in there. And then what I do is I glue a piece across here, and you can make a pocket that tucks this way. So you have a tuck spot, and you can tuck this all in, and then you have an envelope in the back. So what you do is you mount it in, or tuck it in your journal, and it has lots of fun places to put things, and I just love these. As I say, I love Gayles' ideas so much, but I just don't really like to make big journals as much as I like to make mini ones. So here we are, and I'll probably even make them smaller. Enjoy my mini Gayles. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.